So nice to meet you and welcome to Happy People News. How are you this afternoon?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you doing, Portia?
Awesome, despite the camera letting us down. So tell me, like Mphe, you are a lawyer by profession, right? LLB graduate?
I'm not. I'm not a lawyer by profession. I'm studying towards being a lawyer. I want to be a conveyancer, so I'm doing my third year. But I studied BCom degree. I majored in economics, business management, and accounting, and I worked for the Financial Services Board. I've worked for other companies, but I worked smaller years. So for the Financial Services Board, I worked for about 12 years. And then I worked and started my business.
Awesome. So Mphe, tell me, and then I've seen your portfolio, wow, extensive as you've explained. You also have done some business management courses, right?
Yes.
You are an entrepreneur and you're also an academic and gifted in finance. So now from all this now fashion and hats, that means you're also very creative. What inspired you to change or rather to get into fashion?
Okay, so when I grew up, I wanted to be an interior designer. But I didn't pursue that because I think when I went to varsity, it was white dominated, and I was kind of, scared that that industry is not for Black people. But I think my creativity was in that space, but I don't know why I didn't pursue it later on in life. So I went into making hats. I didn't start making hats as when I started, it was not a business idea. So I lost my mom in 2018, and I was looking, I was looking for a hat, and I couldn't find a hat. My mom was someone who'd like dressing up. So he was that kind of person who, wanted to be seen, likes like of things. So I wanted a hat to represent her when she passed on. And I couldn't, they are not easily accessible, the nice hats, especially the bespoke ones. You can go and get, those ones from Maravasta that, everybody can go and get. But I wanted a bespoke hat that would represent my mom. So then I went into depression after a burial and stuff like that. And my psychologist recommended that I find something to do to keep myself busy when I'm down, so that, I don't have to think about my mom that much. And then the idea of looking for a head came, and I went for training. And so I started just making hats for myself and wearing them when I'm going to events. And people would ask me, where did you buy the hat? And when I told them I made them myself, then they started asking me to make them. So I started making for people, but not as business, like I was saying. And later on, I realized, this thing can make me money, because I've been making for people. And then a lot of them, there was referrals. Then in 2020, I joined a program called Bookshop. They are assisting business people to grow their business. Then that's when now Mphe Creations came about. Amazing. Because they wanted a business to be registered with SARS, with SIPS, all those professional status, they wanted them. So then that's when I realized, okay, let me just go into head making and make it a proper business.
You are so gifted and talented. It's just amazing, your craft and your artwork. Do you by any chance have an example close by just to show us, so that the audience can see exactly what I'm talking about?
Okay. So this is some of the
your creation
styles that I can make. So if it's a traditional wedding, I can attach, the material to match the hair, to match the dress. I can make them any design, any color that one wants.
I can't believe it.
Any size. So the heads depends on the design that what people want, the colors and the material. So as you've seen, I've used different kinds of material to make it. So it depends also on the client's requirement.
I can see you were born to do this. Would you say this is something you're supposed to have done from the onset?
Not really, eh?
Not really.
I don't know. Like I'm saying, my mom was a like of finer things. Maybe I got that from her because normally when I'm wearing, people will tell me, wow, they think I'm a fashionista and kind of something like that. So maybe it's something that's embedded in me, but
definitely
I can't say I was born to make it.
No,
Because I always tell people, I can't even say it's passion because it's me. I started making it as a healing process for me. But like so, because I also tell people that this business maybe it was given to me by my mom because before then I didn't even think I used to see people wearing hats. I never even thought, how do they make hats? No, it never came to me up until that point when I needed a hat. But all along for me, a hat was a hat, and I didn't even bother knowing what process did they take to make the hat up until I lost my mom. So for me, it was a healing process, not necessarily that I can say it's passion or not. So I always tell people that from my loss, my business was born.
That's amazing. What a story. And
So I always say again, you must look around you for business ideas. Sometimes they don't come. I used to try business, like I tried catering, I tried deco, I tried several things that didn't push me to have this business, to have a business. But once I started making hats, then ideas started coming through. So because it was something that was missing, and especially now people are looking for hats. I have a lot of clients because there's events, there's high teas, there's funerals, there's weddings, there's a whole lot of events happening, and people want hats. So before I had an idea, or before I lost my mom, I didn't have this idea. Yeah, so amazing. The idea came about from my loss.
It was birthed from that loss, your loss, and it's brought about healing and prosperity into your life. It's just such an awesome testimony. Because we're Happy People News, we usually ask people, what makes you happy? What makes Mphe so happy?
So what makes me happy is seeing myself succeed. And you can ask me what success is. So how I define my success is when I'm achieving things or goals that I determine for myself. So I don't look around okay, successful people are like this, but success for me is achieving my goals.
You are so brilliant.
So that's what makes me happy. Seeing, even if it's a small thing, it's a small goal. For the fact that I can achieve that, for me is success. Yeah.
Well said, because that's what happiness is, because happiness is inside you. So however you determine your happiness is what your happiness is, most definitely. And then you've got this show coming up, the fashion show you'll be showcasing at Mphe, right? Fashion show.
Yes.
And what can people look forward to? What can people look forward to? And also, where can people find you outside the show? Are you online? Are you on Facebook? Are you on, what are your handles?
Okay, so they can find me on Facebook. Under Facebook, my name is Mphe Creations, and also on Instagram is Mphe_creations, and also on WhatsApp. If they want to place orders, they can contact me on 064 514 4337. So they can check out my website, mpheCreations.co.za.
Thank you so much. Please, guys, like us, subscribe, comment, and do check out a fashion show taking place on the 29th. You can't miss out. It's going to be happening. And also follow Mphe, as she's told us her handles. Thank you so much, Mphe. Have an awesome afternoon.
Thank you very much to you to having us, so that we can get our names out there, and then for your time as well.
You are most welcome.
To your listeners as well.
Sure. Thank you. I need a hat. I'm gonna come.
You must
visit
get
you.
one.
Yeah, I need to get one.
You must check out my page and see some, because I do post my customers in their beautiful hats, so you can see what I've done. Yeah,
we'll do so. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Portia. Bye.
God bless.